Ukraine's government is also checking unverified information that Russia may have used chemical weapons in Mariupol, with their deputy defense minister saying in televised remarks that there is a working theory pointing to the use of phosphorus munitions. 3 people were said to be affected and that their lives were not in danger. Ukraine's president warning in his daily address to the nation Monday that Moscow could resort to the use of chemical weapons just as it amasses troops in the Donbas region for a new and imminent assault.
We heard a statement from the occupiers confirming that they are preparing for a new stage in their terror against us and our defenders. One of the spokesperson of the invaders said that they are considering using chemical weapons against the defenders of Mariupol. We take it very seriously. I want to remind world leaders that a possible use of chemical weapons had already been discussed by the Russian military.
The United States and the United Kingdom are seeking to verify the claims, but say these developments reflect long-standing concerns about Russia's potential use of a variety of riot control agents, including tear gas mixed with chemical agents.
We rely heavily on the Ukrainians to be able to give us some sense of what has happened, because Mariupol is a heavily besieged city and it's not somewhere that anybody can go. But verifying it is clearly very important, because if chemical weapons have been used, that is a very important moment for our Prime Minister and other heads of government around the world to consider how we would respond. But as I've said, all options are on the table, and President Putin should be clear that the use of chemical weapons is simply not acceptable, and he shouldn't expect the West to stand by if they were used.
The United States warned in late March that there would be a response from NATO were chemical weapons to be used in Ukraine.
We would respond. We would respond if he uses it. The nature of the response would depend on the nature of the use.
This, as Russia's president said that peace talks with Ukraine had hit a dead end, in his first public comments in more than a week, as he vowed his troops would succeed in their so-called special military operation.
Its goals are absolutely clear and they are noble. I said it from the beginning, and I want to draw your attention to that. In my very first public statement addressing the nation and the armed forces, I set out our objectives clearly. The main goal is to help the people in Donbas.
Russia also continues to double down on disputed claims that the United States and Ukraine are developing chemical or biological weapons to use against its forces. An allegation it has taken to the UN Security Council on a number of occasions. The United Nations says it is not aware of any biological weapons programs being conducted in Ukraine, while US envoy Linda Thomas-Greenfield accused Russia of a tirade of bizarre conspiracy theories, calling it a potential false flag effort in action. Shervin Briceby's SABC News, New York.